Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to Global Impromptu Speaking session number 196th. It's been a long time now. We have been meeting together, supporting each other, relating each other, listening to each other, which is very important. Listening to each other is very important for me because nowadays nobody has time to listen to other people's opinion. But here we speak for 1 to 2 minutes, plus minus, and remaining 1 hour, we will listen to other people. That means we will respect them. We will give them importance, which is above humanity, ladies and gentlemen. Today, our topics master is a champion speaker, a very good Toastmaster, a very young, a humbling boy who is going to lead you with interesting topics. But before that, I want to tell you all, you are going to manage your time by yourself, which is minimum 1 minute and maximum 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You can conclude your take during this time. Let's put our hands together to welcome this man who is going to challenge you today for 1 to 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, Saurabh Jarial. Over to you, Saurabh.
Thank you so much, Amjad sir, for such a lovely introduction. Greetings to one and all present over here. This is Toastmaster Saurabh, appointed as the table topic master for today's meeting. As Toastmaster Amjad rightly said, that in today's world, not many of us are having time to listen to each other. So what can be great if in today's table topic session, we can listen to the sayings from world-renowned leaders and let us think about what they were actually saying in our own words. With this, today's topic will be based on these such sayings. So without wasting any further ado, I would like to call upon our very first speaker for today's meeting, Savita ma'am.
Yes, please, Toastmaster Saurabh.
Hi ma'am, good evening. So,
Good evening.
Toastmaster, the topic for you is the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step by Lao Tzu. Over to you.
I'm present here. Have you seen a toddler trying his or her first step? Have you noticed how many times he or she falls before standing or taking a first step? Number of times the toddler falls and gets up, but doesn't give up. And slowly, with his or her strength and trial, the toddler stands and slowly takes first step. How happy the parents feel that time. And then first step, second step, third step, fourth step, and slowly it becomes a part of the journey. Isn't it? Any journey, what we go through in our life or we take, it starts with the first step and then second and third. Journey of 1,000 miles or any number of miles. Yes, definitely it starts with the first. You cannot anything. Take our examples of Toastmasters also. Do you remember your first meeting? How was it? So fearful. What to do, what not to do. You were just observing, everybody was observing. And then one step, one meeting, third meeting. And all of you are now good, very, I think, you have achieved some levels in the Toastmasters, in pathways. Yes, journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Totally agree with that. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Saurabh.
Thank you so much, Savita ma'am, for such a lovely speech on this particular topic. And you rightly said that sometimes a journey of 1,000 miles will begin with one step, which was perfectly defined by your saying. Thank you so much, ma'am. With this, moving ahead to our next speaker, we have with us Toastmaster Prashant. Toastmaster
Yes,
Prashant.
Saurabh. Yes, sir.
Toastmaster Prashant, the topic for you is what happens when you are busy making other plans. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans by John Lennon.
For giving us such a nice topic and getting to all my global impromptu friends. For me, the topic is life is. Can you come again? Sort of just.
Yeah, sure. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans.
Life is what happened when we're seeing. Yeah, sure. So yeah, life is what about when we are just planning for something else. Kind of analogy which I'm making at this moment. So yes, we are planning for our future. We are planning for any our adverse situation to how to cope up the situation. We planning for the whole life. But I think sometimes life is always in a turns and uh, turns for on a very different pitch what we plan.
Toastmaster Prashant, you're not audible.
Like we just with sorry suddenly my Zoom's corrupted. Am I back?
Yes, you are.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, Prashant.
Oh, sorry. My just Zoom's got corrupted and just again back, so I am not able to understand what went wrong with it. So yeah, so life, just everyone's perspective got changed. Be in the even the poor, the rich person think whatever the materialistic we gain this world, it is not giving the value till the time up. I'm not have a life. The total perspective we are saving for the future, and the same time with this COVID give it a complete different perspective. Ki whatever the life we have, how to serve the community, how to give back to the society. So it's whatever the planning you make. Yes, it's a planning is necessary at the same time, but the life is always a curvy path, so you don't know what is going to be met. So just plan and adjust yourself during your uh, in your whole life planning. Over to you, Saurabh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prashant. And I can say that we saw a live example of life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Your network got disconnected, but still you didn't lost your hope. You came back, you saw it, and you conquered it again. And that is what we do in Toastmasters. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prashant. Moving ahead to our next speaker, we have with us Toastmaster Jesse. Toastmaster Jesse. So we'll move on to Arshad.
Hi, Saurabh. Can I take the next one? Maybe the next one.
Toastmaster, you want to take the next topic or this particular topic? Hello?
I think he's busy. He can take the next one. You can call him.
Okay, no issues. So we can move ahead to our next speaker and we'll get back to Toastmaster Arshad and Jesse at the end. Moving ahead, we have with us our next speaker, Toastmaster Sharma.
Okay, Mr.
Good evening,
Saurabh.
sir.
Yeah.
So the topic for you is you miss 100% of the shots you never take. You miss 100% of the shots you never take by Ben Grinson. Over to you.
Mr. Table Topic Master, the Global Interference. That's what I think Michael Jordan said. Sometimes you miss shots, but maybe 100th one, or 101 may be successful. So if you don't try, it says if you try until you succeed. So when you, when you in sports or any other thing, or the business or the work life, or achieving the professional life, or achieving the professional qualifications, you have to sit maybe sometimes number of times for the examinations. Also, I can say I have sat for the Chartered Accountancy Licensure examination 3 times, and also same time they change the syllabus also. While changing syllabus, also I through the game the hard way and got my licensure certification. And the if you is once or twice or thrice, you can't to test your, or you call this, you can conceive, you can achieve. If your mind can conceive, you can achieve it. So that's a good theory. So something coming into your mind, try, you can achieve it. Say the same thing for the table topics. So if you think you can't, words are not coming, ideas are not coming. If you think, it's called positive thinking, or thinking something you can be achieved, is going to be achieved. Then you get words and ideas, and you can chase away your phobia of public speaking. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Very well said, Toastmaster Sharman. Indeed, human life is just a slave of mind. If your mind is willing to do something, you can definitely do that thing. Very well said. Moving ahead, we have with us another speaker for today's meet, Toastmaster Navi.
Audible?
Yes, you are. So, Toastmaster Navi, the topic for you is great minds discuss ideas, average mind discuss events, and small minds discuss people. I repeat, great minds discuss ideas, average mind discuss events, and small minds discuss people by Eleanor Roosevelt. Over to you.
Very much. Thank you very much, Table Topic Master, and good evening to all of you. A very thoughtful topic Mr. TM Saurabh has given me. It is like great mind discuss ideas, discuss people, and the last word I forgot. Well, I got the crux of it. Well, it is that if you want to compare the people with a great mind, so compare this quotation with them. That are they discussing the great ideas, or they are discussing and complaining and thinking or saying anything related to people. And it is true that when I was going somewhere with my friend, so he was talking about the resilience of people, that how to get more resilient. So the person I'm talking about was a good person because he was discussing the idea of it, idea and great ideas. So he was saying that there are many variables of becoming resilient. He said that there are many variables which will affect your resilient, like how connected are you with your friends and with your loved ones. Because whenever you will get the difficult situation, your connections will help you. This was the one thing. He said that another thing was another thing is that which will affect your resilience is the level of your self-efficacy. Self-efficacy or the level of your beliefs or the level of your spirituality. This was another thought that just he gave me. And I was very curious to know that the level of spirituality will affect your resiliency as well. And and third was how you regulate your mind, how you regulate yourself in order to get uh, away from the difficult situation. So learning from the quotation that great people are those who discuss ideas. So from this quotation, I realized that that person was really great person because I learned from him. So thank you very much, topic master.
Very well done, Toastmaster Navi. Moving ahead to our next speaker today, we have with us Toastmaster Santoshi.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are, but you're not visible.
Yeah, just give me a minute.
Ma'am, can you please continue with you? Or if there's anything, we can go ahead with this.
Yes.
Great. So, ma'am, the topic for you is life is a box of chocolates. You never know what you're getting. Life is a box of chocolate. You never know what you are going to get. By Forrest Gump. Did you get the topic?
Okay.
Yeah. OG.
Yes, I got it. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saurabh. Yes, life is a box of chocolates. Who don't love chocolates or who don't want chocolates? But do you know the origin of chocolates? What do we use? The cocos, the coffee beans. Does it taste the same sweetness as the chocolate? No. It tastes it tastes some different which we don't ever like and ever want. But it has molded itself. The ingredients we add, as in chocolate, we add milk, sugar, and everything to get that sweetness. And everyone loves the output, but no one knows what's there behind it. That is same with life. We don't get succeeded immediately. We need to face situations. We need to inculcate different things, the courage, the problems. We need to, sometimes we will hear to people's views. There will be some people who discourages us, but it is we who will decide what we want to be and what are the ingredients, what qualities we need. We should mix all together, and that makes a person we are today as sweet as chocolate. Over to you, Toastmaster Saurabh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Santoshi. You very well defined how box of chocolates can be sweet and sour, but we have no other choice rather than tasting it and moving forward. Let us move on to our next speaker, Toastmaster Akib. Toastmaster Akib.
Yes.
Okay, so Toastmaster Akib, the topic for you is, it's during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the lights. It's during our darkest moments when we must focus to see the light by Aristotle. Did you get the topic?
Yeah. Thanks so much for this opportunity. Topic given to me is it's the darkest moment when we should focus on our lights. So it was during 2016 wherein I've been struggling to get a job. So it was final year, and when the session starts, placement session starts, you get companies who do mass recruitment. So you'll get IT companies coming to Indian colleges. They'll take 300 people in one shot. Your half of the batch is placed, and you are from one of the branch wherein a placement is very less. Like I was from mechanical engineering. There used to be like company counts, they take 3 to 4 max. So for you to get selected, 5 to 6 companies have to come. I was depressed as hell. I was not getting, I mean, I was able to qualify the written part, but I was not able to qualify the GD and PI. So that was a bigger issue. And I was trying to focus, I mean, how to get rid of it. And the aim was, when I get out of this college, there has to be one job in my hand. So that was the purpose, wherein I started focusing, and it was it was one of the darkest time in my life personally, if I say. I started focusing on how to look at it positive. I mean, will be able to get that opportunity. It's not the knowledge, because knowledge I already had. I was one of the good student who's. Over to you, Toastmaster.
So much, Toastmaster Akib. Now, moving ahead, we have our next speaker with us, Toastmaster Pratyush.
Yeah,
Toastmaster Pratyush. Yeah. Than by the ones you did, by Mark Twain.
First of all, I will like to say that who has seen 20 years from now on? If you want to do something, then do it now. The feeling is very much necessary. While doing something, a bad accident may happen to you. For example, if you want to try something exciting, something thrilling, then I will always say that we must go for it. And 20 years after that, when you will be in a position that you won't be able to do that thing, then you will not feel sad. But that is an imagination. After 20 years, what will happen to you and what will happen to me? But if I am not disappointed at this very moment, then I will say, then I won't be disappointed 20 years from later now on as well. Because a person who feels negative from inside or disappointed will feel that way throughout his life. Disappointment will turn into a very good, confident you in this world. Nevertheless, if a person is unable to do the thing he is doing at a very point, then it is necessary to change the thing. But to feel disappointed is a very negative thing. This thought must be erased from our brains, and it must never come in our minds, whatever we are doing and whatever we are not doing. So whether we do anything or whether we not do anything, please, I request all the speakers in this podium to not feel disappointed because it will affect your mindset. Thank you, and back to Tabletop Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pratyush. Indeed, sometimes disappointed can become the greatest satisfaction if you have taken a step to try the thing you fear. Now, the next speaker I would like to call upon is Toastmaster Savita. Toastmaster Vibha. Pardon, Toastmaster Vibha Bharti. Toastmaster Vibha Bharti.
I think there's been a slight misunderstanding. I'm my name, so is that fine?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and of course, my dear guests. So the topic given to me is, if you dare to fail miserably, you will. I feel like I completely agree to this topic. You have to experience the thing before actually succeeding it. Because if you just succeed, there's no point. The experience will come to you, and if you fail one time, you will actually get all the experience of that particular experience. And it's fine to fail on some of the people are if you fail one time and then you say that most people take very negative way, but learn from your mistakes. That be a bigger comeback than just feeling down about failing. Like, you can learn from in all of you. People will love you, and not just for the people, also for yourself. About yourself, you like yourself, and that's what you want, not the people to love you. You want yourself to love you, and at the end of the day, it's only your opinion that matters. And as I said, it's fine to fail. Most people take it in a negative way, and most people tell you that failing is a bad thing, especially in the Indian education system, I'd say. Like, growing up, all the teachers used to say, that's a failure student, he won't do that good. And read with the teachers, but they're so good at dancing, they're so good at singing, or something like that. Any other hobbies? And that just made me feel like they may not have succeeded in the teacher's eyes, but they succeeded in my.
Amazingly said, Toastmaster Samriddhi. Moving ahead to our next speaker we have with us is Toastmaster Baby Palipadam. Toastmaster Baby Palipadam, are you there?
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Hello. Yes.
You're audible? Okay.
Yes.
So, Toastmaster Baby, the topic
Yes.
for you is the opposite of love is not hate, it's the indifference. The opposite of love is not the hate, it's the indifference, by the Weasel.
Sir, can you repeat the topic? The opposite
Yes,
of love is age.
The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference.
No, I don't catch that word. Is not a.
I'll write it in the chat box. Just wait for a few minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Toastmaster.
opposite of love is not hate. Ah, okay, okay. It is indifference. Yes, yes, I got it. The opposite of love is not hate. It is indifference. It is good evening, Toastmasters and guests. It is very true that the opposite of the word love is not hate, but it is indifference. Let us define what is love. Love is a feeling whereby one is attracted to another person. But opposite of this feeling is not necessarily hate. It can be something else. For example, you are or her. So whenever we are loving somebody, that does hate that person, or we are indifferent, we are not indifferent to that person. So if we really love somebody, we should not hate that person, and we should not be indifferent to that particular person. Now, love can be long term or it can be short term love, but true love has to be long term. These short term lovers are considered to be cheaters. We should not for short term lovers. We plan for a long term love. Over to you, Toastmasters. Thank you.
Very well attempted, Toastmaster baby. Now moving ahead to our next speaker, we have with us Toastmaster Shrestha. But before that, Toastmaster baby, can you please mute yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, so Toastmaster Shrestha. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah, no issues. So, Toastmaster Shrestha, the topic for you is strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Strive not to be of success, but rather to be of value by Albert Einstein. Did you got the topic?
Yeah, I need 2 seconds.
Yeah, sure.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. So my topic is strive not to be a success, but a value. I agree with this topic. Not everything is about success. Success is the final destination. We want to reach, we want to be successful in life, but failures are a part of the journey, and it does not matter if we fail. And it does not matter if we fail. We can be of value even if we are not successful. Okay, that's it.
Great attempt, Toastmaster Shrestha. Moving ahead, we have our next speaker, Toastmaster Sunita ma'am.
Good evening, Saurabh.
Good evening, ma'am. So the topic for you is, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. When the going gets tough, the tougher gets going, by Joe Kennedy. Over to you.
Good day, good evening to all my impromptu family members. And thank you, Toastmaster Saurabh, for that topic. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. It's a lovely thought, you know. What happens is, they say only people who have the survival instinct will survive through the toughest of situations. The others just give up. There are no milestones in life, you know, which tell you that you're going to reach success. So we feel like giving up, having tried. Sometimes success is just around, but unfortunately we don't have a premonition. So we tend to work in a very desultory fashion and don't put our heart and soul into it. So it's only the tough, you know, who are ready. No matter what happens, they are ready to fail. So they feel that when you fail, you hit rock bottom, and that is the best foundation to bounce back. So the tough get going. I have a story actually to tell you. Like many of you all here know, I was stuck in Bangalore for some time. Reached with a negative PCR, left with a negative PCR from Sharjah and reached Bangalore airport, and my husband tested positive. So in that 72 hours, he had caught COVID. And we were in a hotel, we were in a new city, we didn't know anything. He had to be admitted to the hospital. And I continued to stay alone in the hotel. People were very, very nice back, in which they said, you know, the tough, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So this particular, it was very touching that the hotel thought they should do that for me. And till today, you know, now in life, when you give me this quote, this is the incident that I will remember. So it's only the tough people who can fight and come out. And I like to believe I'm one of them. That's why they did it for me. Over to you, Toastmaster Saurabh.
As always, amazing Toastmaster Sunita ma'am. You very well defined how tough people can get to any situation. And by giving a real life example of yourself and your husband, you proved perfectly right. Thank you so much. So the next speaker I would like to call upon has not renamed himself. Okay, so 009, Toastmaster 009, whosoever is that. Another version of James Bond. Are you there?
I think he is dropped off.
Okay, yeah. I also believe the same. So no worries. We'll move on to our next speaker, Toastmaster Umar. Yeah, sure, Toastmaster Naveed. Maybe he wanted to have his own identity rather than James Bond. So the next speaker we have with us is Toastmaster Umar.
Umar is also not here, Saurabh. He's also left.
Okay, so the next speaker we have with us is Toastmaster Deepa.
Okay.
Toastmaster Deepa.
Hi, Saurabh. I'm here.
Great. I'm happy that you have not dropped off. So the topic for you is, you only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough, by Mae West. Over to you.
What's the point? Once is enough. You get only one chance. That is life. Whoever was talking about it was living in a fantasy world, like we're going to relive or be reborn somewhere. Remember, friends, we are mortal beings, and we need to be conscious of that fact. Quite often, we think of ourselves as immortal or have extended mortality. The COVID situation brought us back to our consciousness. We lost our friends. In fact, one of my friends, my dad's friend, wished me congratulations one day, and just a week later, he was not there anymore. That's the temperance of life. That's how fleeting life can be. We never know when death is approaching us. So we need to live our lives thinking that it can strike us anytime. We need to value it. It's worth it. What do you do to make life worthwhile? How do you spend it? They say to love and be loved and to leave a legacy behind and to treat people with respect is the best way to live. And if you do that, I think you're already successful. Therefore, if you've lived by those three principles, not concentrated mostly on your wealth or personal goals, because at the end of the day, when you die, you won't die getting your house buried with you, your furniture buried with you, or your jewelry buried with you. You leave it behind for the people who continue on. So make a difference to the world. Make you matter. Make them remember you. And that's a life well spent. Toastmaster Saurav.
Toastmaster Deepa, I must say you have an amazing command on voice modulation. Very well said with your topic. Moving ahead to our next speaker we have with us is Toastmaster Arshad Nizam. Toastmaster Arshad.
Yes, Saurav.
Yeah. Toastmaster Arshad, the topic for you is that which does not kill us makes us stronger. That which does not kill us makes us stronger by Friedrich Nietzsche.
I was
You
eight.
got the topic?
Yes, I got it. Mr. Table Topics Master and fellow friends, I was 8 years old when I kicked a dentist. I kicked him, I just pushed him because I was almost getting myself into a root canal. Can I see a show of hands who have done a root canal treatment? Anyone? I've done it 4 times. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 times. I have very bad oral health, especially with gums and tooth, and that's a gene issue. However, that time I still remember because I am 26 years old. That day I just kicked my father, kicked the dentist, and my father had to go and get 3 of his people from his vehicle to come and hold me to complete this root canal. As a small kid, toothaches are very challenging. But to date, I remember that root canal treatment that was done back in 2002 is still strong. Had I said no, I would have removed it or extracted that tooth. But to date, it is still strong and going strong while the others are all not working. Today, when I look at myself as an executive at a multinational company, what I understand is those are these moments where you really feel challenged, questioned, and painful. That is actually not the process. That is not the point where you have to give up. It is where you need to go further and do well. Had I said no, it would have just been another extracted tooth thrown in the dustbin of that dentist. But now it's all strong. The process is very painful. We as men and women need to remember the process. But the process of a root canal is not as good as you think. And in life, whatever you go through, even COVID is a question. Because the place I live, Mr. Sherman will connect, in Colombo, in the western province of Sri Lanka, the death rate COVID is quite bad, but I am connected through that because that process has given me this opportunity to connect with all of you. So it's also important to believe in you, believe in the process, because nothing will kill you. It is all about your mindset. So just be patient and things will all get better. But it's important to have some patience during a root canal treatment because that is very strong today. Over to you, Saurabh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arshad, for such a lovely speech. Moving ahead to our next speaker, we have with us Toastmaster Bandana. Toastmaster
hi.
Bandana.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Toastmaster Bandana, the topic for you is you must be the change you wish to see in the world. You must be the change you wish to see in the world by Mahatma Gandhi.
This very father of nation of India, Mahatma Gandhi, the very first choice he had in South Africa while pursuing law was to ignore all the injustifications that were happening around. If he wanted, he could have overlooked the problem that he faced in while traveling in train, where there was a separate designed boxes for white and separate boxes for blacks or browns, that whatever we may wish to say so. He could have ignored that, right? And moved on because everyone else is doing the same thing. But he didn't. I don't understand why this guy has to fight it all out. But this man, he took a giant leap of faith and actually stood out. He fought for the rights, not only for himself, but for everyone, even after being thrown out of the train. Who does that? This man did. The very same choice every other person had, but we all just go along with the flow. It's our herd mentality to accept whatever is thrown at us and we take up that and pursue. India also had that choice when East Pakistan and West Pakistan were different countries, and the East Bengalis facing the wrath of West Pakistan could have continued like that. It was an internal protest, a civil war inside the country where Bengalis were oppressed from the East Pakistan. I don't understand why India had to pitch in and fought for its freedom. It had nothing to do. It could have taken the refugees coming from that side into Assam and West Bengal. But guess what? Again, India took a leap of faith and fought all over it. Even in the UN, it stood by its word and waited for first mistake of Pakistan to be committed. India wanted to be that change. At one side, we preach of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, a family of the entire world. We consider everyone as our brothers and sisters in our pledge of Indian, when we take pledge in our school days, that we consider every Indian our brothers and sisters, and still we fight for it. Why do we fight? Because we want to see the change. Change? What change? Change for good? Change for bad? So whatever change you want to see around, we fight for it. We strive for it with all our heart, and we do it, don't we? This is what we are. So if you want to be a change, be the change that you want to see in your society. You have to fight it out, be it for transgender community, be it for your neighboring nation, be it for anyone, white, brown, black, whichever racial ethnicity he belongs to. Fight for the change because you are the one who will bring the change. With this, I hand over the stage back to contest chair. Thank you. Sorry. Back to table topic master. Thank you.
Very well done, Toastmaster Bandana. I must say that you have a great confidence, and that is something which is cherry on the top while you're speaking. So, moving ahead to our next speaker, we have with us is Toastmaster Jaya Raghuvanshi. Toastmaster Jaya.
Yeah, a very good evening.
Yeah. So Toastmaster Jaya, the topic for you is
Very good evening to all the actually is a state of mind. How you think. All famous people like Tata invention that um, very soon we can all travel to space because he believed in himself. He said he can do it, and we should all follow our great people because they are inspiration to us. They gives us hope that yes, we can dream, it can be possible if we follow through it. Over to you.
thank you so much, Toastmaster Jaya. Now, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Vibha. But first, is it Toastmaster Vibha or Toastmaster Samriddhi has named herself?
Yeah, I'm here, big, bigger than.
Okay, so finally it's Toastmaster Vibha.
Yeah.
Okay, so Toastmaster Vibha, the topic for you is get busy living or get busy dying. I repeat, Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying by Stephen King. Over to you.
Thank you, table topic master. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the table topic speakers and guests. Get busy living or get busy dying. This is the topic for the evening. Get busy living. I agree to the topic 50-50 because get busy, or I can say I completely agree to this topic because get busy living. If you are busy enough for your living, you don't get the time for different negative thinking, or I can say that yeah, get busy living. Just a minute, I'm getting deviated. Yeah. If you get busy living or get busy dying, many so many qualities, like there are many great men, they have lived their life, they died, but they are still remembered. Why? Because of their work, because of their qualities, because of their deeds. But what if I live and don't do anything for the society where I have born? It's it's meaningless. So I will say that if I get busy dying, it means that I am consistently working for me, for my family, for my society, for my country, and for this world. And at that point of time, when I am going to die, the society, the country, the world will cry for me. Not only for me, that would be my deeds, that would be my qualities, that would be my impression, what I am leaving behind. So I will be agree with get busy dying rather than get busy living. So this is my take for today's topic. Over to you, topic master. Thank you.
Amazing Toastmaster Vibha. And we pray to God that you live a very healthy and a very busy life, as you have already said. So, last but not the least, I would like to call upon the founder of Global Impromptu and an amazing orator, the distinguished Toastmaster Ali.
Yes, I'm here, Toastmaster Saurabh. Thank you.
Yeah.
Am I audible? I'm finding some difficulty today.
Can't hear.
Yes.
I cannot hear you.
Yes, sir.
Sir. Now, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, sir, the topic for you is life is really simple, but we insist in making it complicated. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated by Confucius. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Topics Master. Life is simple and we deliberately insist to make it complicated. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I wrote one quote with my photo that it's simple to make it complicated and it's complicated to make it simple. How many of you agree? We do that. Actually, we don't need enemies. We have somebody actually inside the mirror or inside us who makes everything complicated. We insist us to make it complicated. I can sorry when I'm on mistake. Now we're all sorted, but I insist, let's make it complicated. And I won't say sorry. And I will make your life hell as well as mine. This is what we choose because this is all about choices, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it? Every day we do that. And I accept. First, I have to accept it. Small things, I know I can sort it out with a big heart, but it's very difficult to make it simple. And it's very simple to make it difficult. That's what we do that. So I completely agree with the statement. Small things, especially starting with our close family members, our spouses, our children, our siblings, our friends, then take it outside. Trust me, it's very simple to make it difficult. We choose that and we make it. And before making somebody else's life hell, we make it our life hell. We think sometimes we are making somebody else's life hell, but no, before that, it's actually happening inside us. But when we make somebody else's life easy, we make our life easy. We give ourselves a favor. So ladies and gentlemen, choice is ours. And I'm trying actually, honestly speaking, my best to make my life simple, but not complicated, not difficult. I don't insist. I always introspect and make sure I'm a better person than yesterday because I want simple life. I don't want to sleep with regrets, with the feeling I hurt you. And tomorrow I have to plan something else to continue that one. I don't want that. I want to sleep free mind. I want to wake up free mind and wish you do the same. Thank you so much and back to you.
Amazing Toastmaster Amjad sir. And I truly agree with your saying that it is easy to make it difficult and it is really complicated to make something easy. With this, my job as the table topic master for today's session ends here. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for being
much.
such a and participating with such an enthusiasm.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so much.
Toastmaster Saurabh Jalil, for conducting this amazing session. Now it's time, your time to speak, and who is the brave soul to give a topic to Toastmaster Saurabh for him to speak?
Can I do
Anybody?
that?
Yes, of course.
Cool.
Anybody? Arshad? Okay, please go ahead.
Okay. Cool. I have a topic for you, Saurabh. Are you all ready? Cool. Toastmaster Saurabh, your topic is the axe forgets, but the tree remembers. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. Saurabh, Toastmaster Saurabh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arshad, for such a nice topic. Topic master and my dear fellow Toastmasters. Have you recalled something? In every phase of a life, there comes a time when someone might have told you or have said something very harsh, which they might have forgot, but that particular thing pierces through your heart, making a hole which you cannot forget. And that is what the life is. It is easy to remember, but very hard, difficult to forget. You cannot forget what someone has done to you. You cannot forget how your relationship broken, why your relationship broke, and why your partner was not agreeing with you. And these are something which when pierced through your heart can never be forgotten. And this reminds me of a very interesting story. During my childhood, I had a very good friend. I can say my best friend. We would walk together, we would go together. In every event, you can say, if I'll be there, my friend Rohan would be there. But the time came when our friendship got an evil eye. My teachers used to blindly believe on Rohan because he was my best friend. So whatever I would be saying, Rohan would be the one who would be conveying it to the teachers. Until after a few months, I got something which was really disturbing. I found that I was removed from the lead role in our school drama. I was devastated and I was wondering how is it possible? I went to the in charge. The teacher in charge told me that Rohan said that Saurabh is not willing to do the lead role and he wants Rohan to be the lead in the drama. I was shocked. At the same time, I was upset. I went straight to the Rohan, asked him, confronted him that if you wanted the lead role, you could have asked me once rather than backstabbing on my back, saying to the teachers that I don't want the lead role. On Rohan's face, there was no sign of disgrace. Instead, he said, okay, so give me the lead role. That moment of time, I came to know that I was not having a friend, I was having a snake. And that was the last time I talked to Rohan. We moved on. Yeah, after a few days back, I got a call from Rohan. He was asking that how my life is going. I said, it's okay. He was feeling sorry for what he did years back, but my heart was not ready to forgive him because that cut which his act gave of my childhood can never be forgotten. And what Toastmasters. When someone backstabs you, it's not easy to forget because each time when you remember the person, you'll not remember the good memories, you remember the wounds and the backstabbing that person has given you. Thank you, and over to the topic master.
Thank you
Okay,
so
Saurabh,
much.
beautifully done.
Appreciated Toastmaster Arshad for giving a topic to Saurabh. And ladies and gentlemen, a young man has conducted this session beautifully without desultory. I don't know, I'm trying to use it, but I don't think it's fitting it. But anyways, I just have to, put it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together to thank Toastmaster Saurabh Jariwal to making this 196th session a success. Thank you so much. With that power vested in me as a host of this very meeting, I adjourn the meeting. Thank you so much and stay blessed.